is what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, we all can't copy yet.
People have strange conceptions about money. When we don't have it, we often believe that money will make us happier. When we do have money, however, we tend to want more. Ever since currency came into effect, people have strived to earn the most money possible. For our project, we decided to analyze and try to answer the age-old question, can money buy happiness?
Do you feel happier when you have more money?
Yes.
Yes, I feel happier to have more money.
Does having more money make you happy?
Yes.
I think it does, to a certain point.
Why?
I can do more activities and I can be more open to like doing different things with my friends.
I don't necessarily like spending money. I think having money makes your life easier because you're not as stressed when you don't have to worry about paying things like your electricity, your phone bill, your kid's phone bill.
Yes, I think less stressed out too.
Yeah.
Because I can buy a lot more stuff.
And when you have more stuff, does it
And
make
I
you
can
happier?
buy love.
You can buy love?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, when you don't have to worry, that's very comforting.
Yeah.
In a recent study done by Betsy Stevenson and Justin Wolfers, about 90% of people in households making over $250,000 a year call themselves very happy. Only 42% in households making less than $30,000 a year had that same answer. However, Edward Diener, a premier researcher in the field of positive psychology, found that once a person's basic needs are met, additional income does little to raise his or her sense of happiness.
How much money would you need to be happy, and at what point would it be enough?
I have no idea.
I would say probably like $52 million a year.
It's kind of hard to quantify it. I guess it would be needs based, but I mean, probably my biggest concern with money is like paying for college tuition. So maybe like 500,000.
To be really happy in terms of monetary wealth, probably $500,000 a year. I'd be pretty happy.
Well, I don't think money is necessarily directly related with happiness. I think you can be happy if you don't have a lot of money, or you can be happy if you have a lot of money.
Okay, well, I guess like in my future, I would need enough money to be able to like have a house and sustain like steady,
Good family life.
Good family life, and
I do think having a lot of money helps you to be happy.
for specifically me.
Yes.
Be able to provide for my family, but at the same time have enough money where I'm comfortable to like go out and like spend money on like shopping, because I feel like that makes me happy.
Food, clothing, a house over my head, a roof over my head, and at what point would it be enough? You know?
Even though money is important for happiness, in multiple studies, income has been found to be less important on well-being than predicted. Although people with higher income levels report overall satisfaction with their lives, they enjoy themselves less on a daily basis and experience greater moments of stress than those with lower incomes. Also, despite an increase of more than 85% in family incomes in the past 50 years, Americans have not gotten any happier, as shown in this Atlantic Monthly graph.
Do you think there's a difference between true happiness and material happiness?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's no question.
Because my job is partly that I work in a mall and I see how people spend, I feel like people overspend to try to be happy, and they are truly not happy when they spend.
Can money buy you true happiness that you get
No.
within, or material happiness?
Material happiness. I don't think it can buy you true happiness.
Okay.
But it can absolutely buy you material happiness. Yeah.
I grew up in a house in a family that had plenty of money, lots of money, and people drove fancy cars and swimming pools, and there for all the accoutrements of money, and it was not a happy family. But it brought me to the conclusion that money certainly can't buy you happiness. It can't buy you good marriage. It can't buy you good relationships with your kids, which are really the things that I think bring more happiness.
When you buy things, does it make you happy?
I love buying things.
Why?
Well, not with my own money, but I like having things.
Why do you say that?
Because I like getting new clothes and stuff.
Okay.
Because I think what happens is that when you have nice things, you acclimate very quickly to having those things, and you adjust to them, and suddenly those nice things don't seem so special anymore, and they don't buy you so much happiness anymore. And then, oh, somebody next door is buying a bigger mansion or a better car, and so then suddenly the thrill of those material things kind of doesn't last. It's fleeting.
There's a relative theory of happiness. So you take whatever position you're at now currently, and if it improves, that makes you happy. If it gets worse, you become unhappy. And so it's not about how much you have, it's about whether or not you're getting more or less. If you view yourself as improving, you're happier. If you view yourself as not improving, you're not. And there's a social component to that where you look at the people around you or people that you consider yourself similar to, and if they have more, then you're jealous and you're not happy. But if you look at people who have less, then you are happy. So it's a relative term based on how you view yourself and comparatively to others.
Well, let's see.
I don't think that money does buy you happiness. I think you need a certain comfort level to be happy and to be able to start to enjoy life, but I think it never will buy you happiness. I think you need to be truly happy on the inside to be happy on the outside.
I think it needs to be a combination. I think if you don't have a lot of money, it's hard to be happy, but you can't necessarily buy your happiness with money.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think money really can buy you true happiness. I think it gets to a point where if you have enough to be healthy and safe and to have enough time to do things that you like to do, I don't think more money is going to make you a whole lot happier. Maybe money to travel or do something, an exciting adventure, but I think it comes to a point where it's just stuff. And then I think it can actually drag you down and make you less happy because you have to keep track of so much stuff.
Thank you.
According to a study done by Stanford School of Business graduates Elizabeth Dunn and Michael Norton, the most satisfying way of using money is to invest in others. This can take many different forms, such as contributing to a charity, helping a stranger, or buying lunch for a friend. Other studies have found that while people who are better off are indeed happier, both wealthy and poor people feel happier when they give to others.
Do you feel happier when you buy something for yourself or for someone else?
Probably for someone else, like gifts. If you wrap it and like put a lot of thought and time into it, and then see when they get to unwrap it and see how happy they are.
Typically somebody else, when I buy something for somebody else. Occasionally when you buy something for me, but even then it tends to be something I buy for me that I can use to work for others.
Mm-hmm. I feel much happier buying something for someone else. The thought of searching for something, getting something, thinking of how it's going to impact their life or the response, it's going to make them feel good. I find that value makes me much more happy than myself.
You know, I do love when I can think of something to get for someone else that I know they're really going to like. Like if I can find something for my daughters that they could wear to school that I know that's going to make them happy. I love being able to get them the activities, spend money on the activities that they like to do.
Definitely, I feel better buying stuff for somebody else because every time I buy something for myself, I regret buying it. And when I buy something for someone else, regardless of the price or who it is, I always am like satisfied.
Okay.
We came to the conclusion that money can buy a certain kind of happiness, and only to a point. If we struggle to afford the basic necessities of life, our happiness will surely plummet. But if we put money and possessions first, we might lose sight of our real priorities: health, relationships, growth, contribution, and community. Money can help accentuate these areas, sure, but the size of your wallet is much less important than most people think. Unfortunately, Americans have become more materialistic over the past 3 decades, and we think that it is important to maintain perspective on what really matters, despite how great money may seem.
Money got mommy, love got Bobby.